Welcome to this course on Project and Stakeholder Management. My name is Andy Wilkes and I'll be escorting you through this presentation today as we consider some of the aspects of Project and Stakeholder Management as they may affect you in your future careers. Before we begin, let me just remind you of a few features of how this course works so you can get the most benefit. On the top right hand corner you'll see a resources link where you'll find any resources that accompany this course, and that includes slide handouts where you can jot down your notes. There's also a workbook which you can use to complete the exercises you'll be asked to complete as you go through the course. Do print these documents out so you can fill them in as we go through the slides. Other features of the course include the fact that you can jump to anywhere you want to. So if you click on the Outline tab, and this will show you the topic headings. Click on the topic and it will take you there. This means that you can stop and start the course whenever you want to, and you'll always be able to resume from where you've reached the last time, giving you control of your own learning. It also means that you can jump to key topics you're most interested in, or jump back to a particular subject that you found especially useful just to revisit. However you use it, you're in control. You can also search on words by clicking on this search button. You can see the transcripts of the course too by clicking on transcript. If there's anything you didn't quite understand, or you prefer reading to listening, then I'd use this option. Now you know how it works, let's start the course.
To that end then, the course is structured as follows. First of all, we'll have a look at some techniques to make sure that you pick the right project for your organisation. Secondly, we'll have a look at understanding just some of the project dynamics, making sure the governance structure is right, maybe the project structure is right, and you've got the right skills in place to be able to complete the project successfully. We'll have a look at the key elements of stakeholder engagement, who to talk to, when to talk to, and the sorts of people you may need to engage with and how to engage with them as well. We'll have a look at a couple of the methodologies that are currently out there, those that are very structured and quite bureaucratic to those that are much more sort of free-flowing. And then we'll have a look at the importance of going back and reviewing the project and making sure you learn the lessons from whatever project you've actually undertaken. Now, all projects are considered to have the three dimensions of cost, time and quality. So when you start off a project, you'll find that the balance is right in the middle there. You think you've got the right budget to be able to deliver a project to the right deadline and to the required level of quality. However, what you'll find is that as a project progresses, it may not run as smoothly as you thought. And then you'll find that some of the parameters and the dimensions of the project get challenged. For instance, you'll find that if you only have a certain level of budget for a project, then you as a board will need to take some decisions regarding how long the project is going to take, or indeed the quality of the product that you eventually produce as a result of your project. You can see if you've only got a certain amount of budget, you may be able to still meet the budget, but only if you take longer to deliver, or indeed if you cut corners around the quality of the products that you are looking to produce, or indeed the supplies that you're using as part of your project. It's very important that you meet a particular deadline. Again, you'll find you may cut corners when it comes to the quality of the deliverable, but also you may find yourself throwing money at your given project to make sure it actually delivers on time. And likewise, if quality is the most important thing to your organisation regarding the deliverables of your project, again you may find that you're prepared to spend more than was in the original business case, and indeed you may be prepared to wait longer to make sure you have a product of the right quality. And I think it's important to think at the beginning of the project which of these dimensions is the one that is likely to take priority as the project moves forward, and then you as a board can plan some contingency for the future. One that's majoring on cost, of course, that would be a low budget project. One that majors on time, that's likely to be a competitive edge project, the sort of projects, for instance, that Apple or Samsung might run to make sure that they produce the next generation of their mobile phone ahead of the competition. Or it may be that we can't take risks. A safety critical project, for instance, that's where we must make sure that quality is paramount, and therefore we're prepared to spend as much as it takes, or indeed take as long as it takes to thoroughly test something before it goes out into the public. And you can see that the development of pharmaceuticals could very well be in that category of project. So this is the journey that we've been on today. All organisations, it doesn't matter how big or small, will at some stage have a project that needs to be managed. And as a finance director, you need to make sure the structures are in place to give this project the best chance of success. So we've talked about how you pick the right project at the right hierarchy in the organisation. We've looked at the project dynamics, the governance, of course, and the skill set required to deliver effectively. Stakeholder management, of course, which is critical, not just to projects, but also within and between organisations. We've looked at, and it's right that you consider outside of this module which methodology might be best for your organisation. Prince to perhaps a more agile methodology like Scrum, and the importance of going back and reviewing projects once they've been completed. I'd just like to wish you all the very best for any projects or programs that you happen to be running or overseeing in the future, and hopefully we'll see you on more courses soon.